On the iPad up there. I think it's locked though. For today, yeah, we can talk after. Yeah, yeah. Hey Andre, good morning. So I'm trying this because the only difference when we were getting the robot voice is that I was trying to stream. Our camera can stream HD, but it might be causing the problems with. I don't know. This is it's hard to tell when you're not on the other end of it. But maybe the HD quality was cutting out the. Sounds better. I stopped doing HD, and I think it sounds better. But I did it last night after my detox, and it didn't do the robot voice. It sounded great. But then I did it this morning, and it started doing the robot voice again. So I don't know. It's better now. No, I don't think it was the mic. I think it's the quality we're trying to stream. Yeah. Yeah. Sounds better. Okay. If anybody wants to join the Google Hangouts, and then I can, which was cool when Sam was doing it. I at least had another human being like you're in class. I just put the link up there on the YouTube. Now you can only take class on one of them. So do the YouTube if that's what you're used to. If you wanted to, if you have the Google Chrome, you can click on the link there. Now to get the microphone for Google Hangouts, if anybody's going to be on there, or Google Meets. Sorry, it used to be Google Hangouts. That's why I keep calling it that. Test one, two. I think you can hear me on there now, two. Hope everybody's doing well. Sunday morning. If anybody's a production wizard and wants to come stop by the studio and take a look at my setup, I would not argue with you on that if that's something you wanted to come and help me out with. almost ready, guys. All right. Winning. Bradley, I'll admit you. Let's see. Yeah. Can you hear me? Presenting. Bradley, you're presenting your screen, which I don't think you need to do. Kimberly Sue, let's admit you. So we're just going to give it a couple minutes, you guys. I'm trying to. Okay, Sue, can you hear me on the Google Meets? Test 1, 2. Bradley? Bradley, can you hear me? Okay, Sue, yes, you can hear me? Oh, hi, I can hear you too. Making sure. Oh, you were doing it on the Google Meets last night and it was buffering? That was on our side. That was our fault. Because I was trying to stream in HD quality. So I hadn't been doing that. I was streaming at low quality, but I was like, I wanted to try doing a better quality version. Cool, Terry. All right, so we got a little Google Meets thing going on. I can see you guys. Once you're on Google Meets, turn off your YouTube or just mute the YouTube because you don't want them. Yeah, you can turn the YouTube off. Hi, Terry. So awesome, you guys. All right, I'm gonna get started, you guys. I'm gonna go over to my mat. Again, one. So if you're on Google Meets, just there, turn off your volume on the YouTube or turn off YouTube altogether. And now I've got the three of you to practice with, plus everybody else on YouTube. All right, good stuff, you guys. Let's make our way to the mat, please. Go ahead and lie down onto your backs so that your head resting down on the ground. Cool, Taylor. I'm putting you in. Nice outdoor, what is that? Mammoth, I think, right, Terry? Beautiful. And then we've got Bradley, we've got Kimberly, we've got Taylor. Nice. All right, cool. Set up your cameras, and then we're meeting on our backs. So we're in Shavasana. I guess that's the benefit of the technology on the virtual. We get to see. I mean, you guys get to see me, but I get to see, which is if you guys are on Google Meets. I mean, I won't hear you anyways because I had the headphones on. And then everybody can go ahead and lie down. Starting in. Take a few deep breaths. Feel your belly rise and fall. Might feel nice to take a nice big inhale and then open your mouth. Little sigh on your exhale. You can rock your head out a couple times. Tuck your shoulders under. And then let those breaths and that movement and set you in total and complete stillness here. As we arrive and begin to observe the layer of your practice that is your breath, and that will eventually be our breath moving our body in our flow. And bring on some more movement now. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Roll out your wrists, roll out your ankles. Okay, take your arms over your head. Give yourself a nice big morning stretch. And then draw your knees into your chest. Reach around. A nice big squeeze. Head is head. Back. Excellent. Roll over onto your right hand side. Make your way. Hands and knees. And then your hips stacked over your knees. Inner thighs get strong when you press your knees down into the ground. And feel your tailbone lift as you drop your belly. Inhale to lift your chin, cow pose. And exhale, tuck your chin round through your spine. Pull. Super slow inhale to extend. Drop the belly, roll your chest through. You feel how you're feeling. Exhale, tuck the chin round through the spine, forehead towards your knees. Let's do one more. Inhale to extend, belly out, tailbone up. And exhale, round the spine, chin to your chest, and stay here. Exhale all the air out of your body. And then come into a flat back, neutral spine. And with your inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, press back, spread your fingers in downward facing dog. You notice how the physical practice, the sensations that you're feeling, eventually turn on this automatic switch and to deepen your breath. And so it turns and draws your mind. Once you understand the energy is coming from the breath, it's not only the simple interpretation, but once you're tapped into that energy source of your breath, your mind goes, okay, now start to breathe. And deepen that awareness. Lips sealed. Feel all the characteristics of your breath. And then heels down if you were pedaling out your dog. Slight turn of the inner heels out. And firm to your hands. And draw the stretch into your upper back. And then cross your shoulders. 3 breaths here in your downward facing dog. Air coming in through your nose, out through your nose. At the end of your next breath, take your gaze to your hands and start to walk your feet all the way up to the top. And big toes come together, slight bend to your knees. And turn on your legs with that bend to your knees. So you're still firm to your feet. You're rolling your pelvis forward as you stretch the top of your head down. And relax the shoulders and let the arms dangle. Legs still strong. And your hands come back onto the mat. With your inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, dive, forward fold, draw your belly in. Inhale, rise, stand up, circle the arms over your head. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center and feel a neutral spine as you're standing. And release your arms down by your sides. Even weight through 4 points of each foot. And 2 in the balls of your feet. Points back into your heels. And waking up the legs, tailbone down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, dive, forward fold, bring your hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen the spine. Plant the hands, step back, get strong into your plank. And from the legs to the back, feel your belly. Press down into your hands, take a breath in. Exhale, lower halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana. Tops of the feet, inhale, press, upward facing dog. And as you exhale, lift your hips and come back into your downward facing dog. Spread your fingertips in your dog. And so remember the energy source of the breath to move your body. And from there, not really taking it all that seriously. Putting yourself in a position where your breath can help you understand. Listen to your body, back off if you need to. And of course, express the practice to the edge. And when you feel that support, lift the heels. Bend the knees. Exhale, take 2 big steps to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, circle the arms, stand up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze lifts. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant the hands, step back, strong into your high plank. We can do this all day. Simple movements connecting to deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, bend your arms, Chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Spread your fingertips. And so you're firming so much down into your mat that you're pressing down, and then you're literally stretching your mat away. That's how much force you're putting down without putting any grip into your jaw. Maintaining the deep relationship to your breath. Bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or light hop to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Legs are strong now. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms, reach up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant step, jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, press, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. And so we're going to start on the left leg today. Right foot down, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, squeeze. Inhale, kick your left back and up. Exhale, knee to your nose, squeeze. Inhale, left leg back and up. Exhale, knee to your nose, squeeze. Now stay here. Bring your left knee to your right elbow. Pivot your right heel down. And then kick your left leg out. Right arm reaches straight up like warrior 2 arms. Lift underneath. Feel the strength in your belly. Gaze and right hand down. Pivot. Kick your left leg back. 3-legged dog. And shift forward. Exhale. Bend your arms. Chaturanga. Left foot down. Inhale. Up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now just step your right foot through. Lower your left knee down. Inhale, reach your arms up, Anjaneyasana. So you just added a little flow. And before you come into your lunge, and now feel the space you've created from your left hip through the back of your heart, straight and strengthen your arms. And slow down your inhale, slow down your exhale. Take your arms out into a T and draw the shoulder blades back into the spine. Chin to your chest, interlace the fingers behind your bum. Feel the front heel into the mat as you squeeze the hands, roll the shoulders down, and then start to peel the gaze up. Keep the belly in, 3 breaths here. Nice. Chin down to the chest. Release the grip. Hands to the mat. Tuck your back toes. Fill it out. Step back into your plank pose. Thread your fingers. Take a breath. Exhale. Bend your arms. Chaturanga. Push up. Back to plank. And lift your hips into your down dog, warming up your shoulders. And left foot stays down. Inhale. Lift your right leg up. Exhale. Bring your knee to your nose. backing up. Exhale, knee to your nose. Inhale, kick backing up. Right knee to your nose. Stay there. Take the knee over to your left elbow. Pivot your back heel down. Kick your right leg out. Reach your left arm up into a T. So you're wrapping it around your whole belly. Use your six-pack. Use your obliques. Sweet. Gaze and left hand down. Pivot. Kick your right leg. Backing up. Shift forward. Exhale. Bend your arms. Chaturanga. Right foot down. Inhale. Up dog. Exhale, lift your hips, down dog and step. Left foot through. Right knee down. Inhale, arms up, Anjaneyasana. More space moving out of your right hip crease. And feel the pelvic tilt so the tailbone is down. And the arms. Keep the T. Humble the chin, hand behind the bum, get a grip. Squeeze the hand. Now you can lift the gaze up. The inner workings. And the breath touching every last bit. And feeling the inward and the relationship to the flow. Soften your gaze forward, release your hands, look down, hands to the ground. Fill it out. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee, step back into your high plank. And strong back, take an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, push up, come back to plank. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. And should feel it. Upper inner thighs to your upper back. Take the weight out of your shoulders, roll them back and away from your ears. And stay active through your hands. Lift the heels. Bend the knees. Exhale, walk or jump. Bend your legs. Utkatasana, butt low. Reach your arms up. And slide your belly button in. As you take your pelvis back and down, try to sit in behind your knees. Reaching out and up through your arms, shoulders away from your ears. On your exhale, stand up. Bring your hands to your heart center. And release the arms by your sides. There is a force here. And ground evenly through all 4 points on each foot. Out, shoulders down. From your fold. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Back, chaturanga dandasana. Dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take your left leg in your down dog. So your right leg is straight, your left leg is wrapped around the front. Reset your hands if you need to. And deepen your breath, space at the base of the neck. Bring your left hand closer to your right hand. Step your left foot. Pivot your back heel down like a warrior two leg. Good, Bradley. And then crawl your hands forward up and over the top right corner of your mat. And drop your chin in. So you've got like down dog arms and warrior two legs. And rolling a little bit more weight into the pinky toe side edge of your back foot. Keep lengthening from your tailbone through your heart center. Look at your hands. Walk the hands to the back of your mat. Pivot on your feet so your left toe on top. Back into your lunge, left hand down, twisted lunge, reach your right arm up. So your left leg, which was bent, is now straight. Your right leg that was straight is now bent. Reach strong through your top arm, kick through your back heel. Gaze and right hand come down. Draw the belly in. Transfer the weight forward. Lift your left leg, standing splits. And feeling really strong. Lift out of your right hip crease. Use your thigh. Then kick back through your left heel. Maintain the space. Now take a dive. in your nose. Step your left foot down. Sit in your chair pose. Reach your arms up. Bring your hands to your heart. Where we just came from. Legs together. Slide your right knee back. Okay, that's the beauty of creating in the sequence, maintaining the balance of your breath the entire time. Your mind has nowhere else to go but to be here right now. Squeeze the legs. Let's go. Inhale, rise. Stand all the way up and reach. Exhale, dive. Forward fold. Bring your hands to the mat. Inhale to lift halfway. Lengthen your spine. Plant step. Dandasana. Inhale. Exhale, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. One more breath in your dog. And take your right leg down to your left leg so you have eagle legs in downward dog. Left leg is straight, even weight into your hands. If you need to reset, elbows in. And that's the beauty, one of them being a human being. There's a lot of beautiful things about being a human being, but it's the restart. It's the essence of begin again, and having all the knowledge, all the wisdom of where you've been. Look at your hands, bring your right hand closer to your left. Step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Pivot your back heel down so it's like a warrior two leg, and then crawl your hands up and over the top left corner of the mat. And down dog arms, spread your fingers, and play. Roll the weight into the outer edge of your left foot. The knee is sensitive. You got some lateral energy going through the knee. You break it down from the hip crease, so just start higher. Go up back to the major joint, the hips. And from the hips and the impact into the shoulders, into the knees, so go back into the hips. Take your gaze towards your hands. Keep your spine long. Back strong. Walk your hands over to your left foot. And spinning all the way around. On your right toes, heel high. Right hand down, left arm up. So that right leg, that which was bent, is now straight. The left leg, which was straight, is now bent. And the top arm is strong. Breathe into it. And feel that little lift from your inner thighs. Back strong, gaze and left hand come down. Transfer the weight, walk the hands forward, lift your right leg up, standing splits. And get out of your left hip first. Again, two in the ball, two in the heel. Out of the hip, draw through the belly, kick back through your right heel. Now take a dive. Feel your breath in balance. That's all we can do. We can approach this life in balance. We have absolutely no control. Curl the right heel to the bum. Curl the right knee to the chest. Bring your feet together. Bend your legs. Strong back. Reach your arms up. Utkatasana. Hands to your heart center. On the exhale, rotate. Left elbow outside your right thigh. Ring it out. Left knee slides back. Palms to your heart center. Keep the hands where they are. Just slide that right shoulder away from your ear. And feel your legs, inner thighs. Come back to center. We rise. Inhale, everything comes up. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands down to the ground. Inhale to lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Plant step, float back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, press through the palms. Exhale, lift to your feet. And from down dog into a wide-legged forward fold. Not wide-legged, I guess, forward fold, feet hip-width apart. And let's start with A. Take your piece in your biceps, stretch your elbows wide. And keep the legs active. Slow down the exhale. Relax the tongue. Feel the belly in your fold. Slide your right hand under your right foot from the front. Toes to wrist. Left hand under your left foot. Toes to wrist. Hey, this is B. Rock some weight in towards the balls of your feet. Keep the heels grounded. And feel that breath in the approach. Breath in your hamstrings. A little more weight into your right foot. Slide your left hand out. Left foot down. Slide your right hand out. Lift halfway. Draw your heart through. If you can keep your legs straight, turn on the upper inner thighs. Lift your tailbone up. Extra breath here. Draw your navel in. Keep your heels heavy. Start to walk forward. And keep the heels heavy, lifting, drawing from your inner thighs. And you're coming into a deeper downward facing dog. And grab the mat with your fingertips. Feel your upper back. And literally no grip through your shoulders. Keep your right foot where it is, hips as high as they can be. Float your left knee over to your right elbow. Pivot your right heel down. Right hand goes over the top of your left foot. You can kick out straight in. You can even lift that heel a little bit higher as you roll the weight into the outer edge of your right foot. We've already done that. Okay, now look down and bring your left leg forward to the top of your mat. Bend your left leg square into your lunge so your back heel is high. Bring your left hand inside your left foot. Keep your hips lifted. Take your left shoulder behind your left knee. Take your left arm out like a hand on the ground. Take your right arm. I guess it's more like a Y. Palms down, arms like a Y. Now lunge through your heart. Lift the back of the right knee as you extend through your right hip flexors. Keep the belly drawing in. Slowly slide your left to your fingertips, right hand underneath your shoulder. Hey, you are deep in your lunge. Pull your heart through. And ground your front heel. And then slowly rise. Reach your arms all the way up. Crescent warrior. Long crescent warrior. Hey, legs split apart. Keep rolling your bum under. Pivot your back heel down. Stretch your right arm back without losing any depth of your lunge in your warrior two. You should feel this warrior two like you haven't felt warrior two in a little while. Strong through your gaze over your front wrist. And breathe into your chest for 3, 2. Straighten your front leg. Turn your left toes in. Point your right toes back. With your legs straight, reach your right arm forward. And then take your right hand down to the ankle or the shin. Left arm straight up. Keep rolling your hips up. Breathe from your back hip crease. Now take your top arm, reach it all the way over your head to extend. And dig into that strength in your upper back. Feel your feet so you don't tip. And keep rotating the rib cage. 3 more breaths. In the expression of your Utthita Trikonasana, straight-legged triangle. Ground through your back heel. Inhale, rise up, shoulders stack. Turn your right toes in. It's all going to pay off in place. In the moment, take a breath, arms into a T. Exhale, hinge, bring your chest down slowly. And take your hands to the mat. Crawl your hands back. And if you need more mat, just hop towards that side edge of your mat. Crawling your hands back. Okay, you're nice and deep. Tuck the chin, top of the head down. Lift the heels, inner thighs, and we rise. Tripod headstand. If not, forward fold. And keep the hands flat, and remember, there's only one way you're coming down if you're up, and that's feet back to the ground. Keep the weight into the hands. Avoid any added weight into your neck. Start to separate your heels apart. Flex the ankles. Weight into the hands as you bring the feet down. Crawl the hands forward. Press the mat away. Lifts the head off the mat. And if you need it, hop the feet back onto the mat. Walk your hands over to your left foot. In flow, step back to your high plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, press, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Great job. It'll be familiar. Remember that deep down dog we crawled forward from? When you were in your forward fold and the heels were closer to the mat. So shorten your dog, but focus on lifting your tail. And keep your left to your hands, and right knee comes over to your left elbow. Back heel pivots down, and then your left hand goes for your right foot instead of the mat. Kick it out. Lift it up a little bit higher. Look down, bring your right foot forward, and then it lands. Pivot your back heel high, come into your lunge. Feel that. Kick through your back heel. Right hand inside your right foot. Walk your right foot out. And still strong through your left leg. Now take your right shoulder behind your right knee. And I said T, it's more like a Y. And so hands down on the ground. Arms like a Y. And keep your belly firm. And so you're working to take in the curve out of your spine. Not just lifting the head, actually taking the curve out of your spine, getting deeper and deeper breath awareness into your hips. And your right hand back inside. Underneath your shoulder. Feel your front heel. You work in that front leg, ground through the ball of your back foot, rise, reach your arms up, deep crescent warrior. As in deep, we just mean a long stance. So it takes a little bit more to keep the tailbone down. And strengthen the low back to straighten your arms. Keep rolling that right hip under as you pivot your back heel flat. And we're in a long warrior two. And that subtle rolling of the weight into the outer edge of your left foot. And feel it define your right inner thigh. Keep your heart up. Awesome. Straighten your right leg. Pivot your right toes in. Keep your arms wide. Turn your left toes out. Legs straight. Inhale, reach out to the left. Exhale, left hand down. Ankle, shin, or to the mat. And straight-legged triangle, Utthita Trikonasana. Getting a lot out of the outer edges of the feet this morning. Rotating through your rib cage. Upper back turned on. Reach your right arm over your head to extend. If that put any weight in your low back on the left side, don't do it. Keep your right arm straight up. Connect to your breath if you're gripping. So you have the ability to multitask. Keep breathing if you're gripping. Toes clenching, jaws squeezing. Soften that. Take it. Feel the difference. Still working. Feet down. Inhale, rise up. Shoulders stack. Exhale, pivot your left toes in. Wide legs. Inhale, grow up through your spine. Exhale, hinge. Hands down to the mat. You can forward fold, head below your heart. Walk your hands back, head down, tripod, or you can play with the press handstand from your wide-legged forward fold, palms under your shoulders, heels up, inner thighs. Exhale, we go up. If you're up, separate your... Keep pressing the hands into the mat. Slowly bring your feet back down. Press the mat away, lift the head off the ground. And walk your hands over to your right foot. Inflow, step back, high plank, take an inhale. Exhale, lower chaturanga flow. Feet inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. And you simply begin to walk your feet up to the top of your mat. And big toes together, slight bend to your knees. Place your hands onto your hips. And draw your heart up. Use your upper back so it's flat. And then rise, tailbone down, come to stand. Even weight in through all 4 points of each foot. And bring your arms down by your sides. Humble your chin, close your eyes, feel the center of your gravity. Right on, open your eyes, reach both arms up. And draw your left arm under your right arm, and you should be able to get a tight eagle wrap and squeeze. Elbow through elbow, wrist around wrist, palms working towards prayer. And keep the heart lifting, bend your legs as you sit down. Wrap your left leg over your right leg if you've got the double bind. And left ankle for it. And squeeze in, draw to your midline, broadening your hips, broadening your back. Now's the time if you're going to deepen your breath. If you want to see where your breath can go, unwrap your left leg, lift your left knee up. And step your left foot back into a warrior one, heel down. Unwrap the arms, reach them up towards the sky. Humble your chin as you take your arms high, bend your front leg. Keep your arms strong, slide your ears back and your gaze is in front. And feel more weight in your back heel. Straighten your front leg. Hips back. Inhale, reach forward. And square the chest. So it's like chest over your right knee. Take your left hand to the outside of your right foot. Take your right hand to your low back. Pull your heart center through. Shoulders away from your ears. Squeeze it out of your right leg. Bring your gaze back down. Right hand to the ground. Pivot on your back toes. Lift the heel. Standing splits. Left leg lifts. Hey, right heel. Curl your left heel into your bum. Hey, let's work it. But it's like 2 months ago, actually. Right hand grabs the inside of your left foot. Left grabs to the outside of your left foot. See how much your practice has grown. Stand all the way up, holding on to your left foot, ankle or shin. Regrip if you need to. Right leg strong. Kick into both hands. Let the shoulders draw back. Heart lifts up. Breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rise, slowly release, softly. Left foot down, reach your arms up. And take a breath. Dive, bring your hand down to the ground. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, hands down, step back into your high plank. We're ready. Left hand forward an inch. Roll to the outer edge of your left foot. And so I'm here, modest in a side plank. When you're ready, right piece fingers, draw your right knee in, hook your big toe. Press the mat away, and then kick your right heel up towards the sky. Any amount, go in that direction with your breath. Feel your breath kick through the heel. Awesome. Bend your right leg, stack the legs, right hand down, pivot back in. Bring your knees to the mat. Hips over your knees, let your belly drop. Slide your gaze forward, keep your right hand where it is. Take your left arm across the mat behind your right armpit, come down onto your shoulder. Left arm is through, crawl your right fingertips forward. And little to less weight in your neck, breathe across your upper back. Use the right hand, slide your left arm out and come back to a tabletop. Knees under hips, shoulders over your wrists. And tuck your 10 toes in. Draw the belly, exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Deeper breaths as you fill it out. Your body is completely open now. Take your gaze forward and then go ahead and take 2 big steps to the top of the mat. Little bend to the knees, hands to your waist. And draw through your back, lift your heart, halfway rise. Exhale, come all the way up to stand. And stack your spine. Feel the feet, arms by your sides. Notice it. We got to lift ourselves up. We can't wait for somebody else to lift us up. Lifting ourselves up. Open your eyes, reach. Right arm under your left arm, eagle arm. Should get a tight squeeze, elbows. Hands towards prayer. Bend your legs, sit down any amount, and wrap your right leg over your left leg. Hug the inner thighs, wrap the right ankle around the left calf. If you can double bind, go for it. And a lot of times in the past, you'll notice that you've held back and from the deepest essence of the squeeze because your fear is falling out. Squeeze as much as you can, connect to your breath, and if you fall out, fine. If not, you just surprised yourself that you went deeper. Keep your eagle arms, stand up, lift your right knee. Step your right foot back, warrior one step. And draw through your low back as you straighten your arms. And back heel down first. Now slide the ears back. We look forward in warrior one. Warrior one is a challenging pose. Straighten your front. Keep squaring the hips. Then back as you hinge forward. And you got the ball of your left foot. Pay attention to your low back. Right hand outside your left foot, left hand to your low back on your sacrum. Push the mat away. Notice your body respond in the length, in the lift, and then with the breath you are and gaze and left hand down, frame your foot. Pivot on your back toes, lift the heel, transfer the weight. Right leg lifts, standing splits. We've come a long way in a few months. Curl your right heel into your bum. Reach back with your left hand inside of the foot. Stay low, right hand back outside of the foot. And then come all the way up. And regrip the hands, ankle or shin. And take a breath. Standing leg strong. and kick down and back. Let it draw your shoulders back. Chest open for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly rise, belly in, right foot down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Feel the stretch, feel the space in your left. Fold hands to the mat. Inhale to lift halfway. Plant the hand, step back into your high plank, high push-up. Right hand forward an inch. Roll to the outer edge of your right foot. Start humble. Side plank. You can stay. Peace fingers of your left hand. Draw your left knee in. Hook your big toe. Firm. Press the right hand into the mat. Kick your left leg up any amount. Bend the left leg, bring the legs back to stack, and reach up and then come around into your high plank. Lower your knees. Drop the belly, let your hips slide back. Okay, just enough to release your lower back. Awesome, Bradley. Right arm through your left armpit, come down onto your right shoulder. And take your left arm out in front. As much as you breathe into the activation, breathe into the release. Show your mind both ways. And through the balance of your breath. Notice how deep your breath is. That's what we talked about from the beginning of the practice. Slide your right arm out. Come back to all fours and bring your knees in underneath your hips. So if you need to use your knees in the push-ups, you can. Okay? If not, then your legs are straight. And so feet back, tuck your toes. Okay? And they're different than yogi push-ups, because the chest hovers 1 inch off the ground. So we bend the arms, hover the chest an inch. Use the legs, toes are tucked. Take a breath. And then exhale, straighten your arms, come back up. Lower your knees down. Sit back onto your heels. Inner behind your bum and low back. Lower your chin as you get a grip. Take a breath in. Pull your navel to the front of your spine. And then roll your chest open. Lift your gaze up. Soften the chin, release the grip. Bring your hands back out in front. High plank, high push-up. If you need to use your knees, use your knees. Okay, it's a hover in plank. Bend your arms, hover your chest an inch off the ground. Take a breath. As you exhale, straighten your arms. And then do it again. Bend your arms, hover your chest an inch off the ground. Take a breath. Kick through your heels. Exhale, press back up. Lower your knees down. Sit back onto your heels, hands behind your bum. Roll your chest open. Knuckles down. Go deeper. Breathe into it. Open the chest, lift the chin. You do this now, you practice in this awareness, and it's going to take you deeper into the moments that are to come. Belly in, gaze forward, release the hands. And bring them back to the mat. Let's go. 3. Knees or no knees. Bend the arms, hover the chest. Take a breath. Exhale, press up. Bend the arms, hover the chest. Take a breath. Exhale, press up. One more. Bend the arms, hover the chest. Take a breath. Exhale, press up, lower to your knees. Sit on your heels, hands behind you, lower your chin. Belly in, squeeze the hands. Keep the belly in. Open the chest. Hey, nuts, knuckles might even touch the ground. And then roll your gaze up. Feel your heartbeat. Gaze forward. Release your grip. Hands on your thighs. Feel your shoulders neutralize. Shoulders down. Rock the head side to side. Feel the neck. Seal the lips. Okay, you are ready for this deeper back bend in camel pose. Gaze in front, separate your knees so they're hip width. And so reach back, grab onto your heels so your thumbs are on the outside and your fingers are on the inside. As you need more space for your low back, you just separate your knees a little wider. Okay, roll your shoulders back and down. Keep your chin close to your chest. Push through your shins and then roll your pelvis through. Hands on the heels. And keep your gaze steady on one spot. 4, 3, 2. Belly in, hands to your bum, rise up, head above your heart. Stand on your knees, gaze forward. Keep your belly in. Take your hands to the ground. Nice. Come down onto your forearms. Interlace your fingers, cross your thumbs. Step your feet back, come into a forearm plank, knees lifted. One line from your heels into your hips, into your armpits. Draw with your belly, firm your ribs back into your body. And you can stay right here. If it gets to be too much, you could always just put your knees on the ground. If you want to go upside down, walk your feet forward one more time. Separate the heels of the hands. Walk the back half of your head into your hands. And so elbows are down. I'm putting little to no weight in my neck. And then one leg lifts. In through the inner thighs, ground through the forearms. My head is barely touching the ground. Breathe. And there's always only one way you're coming back down, and that's feet to the ground. Start to bring your right foot down slowly. Keep the legs strong. Okay, left leg is your counterbalance. Flex your right ankle. Slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down. Right foot down, left knee to the ground. Nice. Take the head out of the hands and slide your arms back by your shins. Your arms may feel like they're as long as your legs. And let your forehead soften into the mat. Feel this beautiful energy. And bring the hands under your shoulders. Close the eyes. Head is the last thing to rise. Roll up one vertebra at a time. You roll yourself back. On the mat beside your right hip, reach your left hand up. Take your left hand to the top of your head. You float through your spine, head up into your left hand, and then gently draw your left ear towards your left shoulder. Feel the breath in your right shoulder through the side of your neck. The eyes. And start to bring your left and straighten your right leg out in front. Flex your right ankle. Now pelvis slide so it's inside the left heel. So bum down as level as you can. Your left leg is bent. And then reach your left hand forward for your right toes. Right arm can remain by your side as a little kickstand. Pull your heart through, shoulders down, lift your chin. Belly in, bring your left hand back, and then roll your left hip back on top of the heel. Bend your right leg, tuck your right foot back underneath. Shins, left and right hand to the top of your head. Elevate through your spine, head into your hand, and gently draw your right ear towards your right shoulder. And slightest turn of the chin up, shoulders down. Feel that breath head into your hand. Slowly come back to center. Lift the right hand up off the head, bring it down. Lean to your right heel, bring your left leg out straight in front of you. Flex your left ankle and let your hips, pelvis slide just inside your right heel as it can be. Use your left hand, reach your right arm forward for your left toes, ankle, or shin. This time, chest up, chin lifts. And release the foot. Just rock onto that left side and release your right leg out in front of you. And bring the soles of your feet together. Grab onto your ankles. Separate your knees apart. And feet together, knees apart. And take your hands, grab the outside edges of your feet. And you stay up. Heart lifts, shoulders down. And feet touch as your knees spread, and then start to lunge through the back of your heart so you can bring your elbows around the front of your shins. You lunge as in lengthening out of your low back through the back of your heart. And close the eyes. Feel the knees draw out. And the outer thighs. And press towards the mat. And feel where you're at right now. Keep your eyes closed. Thighs, bring your knees back together. You wrap your arms around your shins, forehead to your knees. Give yourself a really gentle hug, more of a passive fold. And where your arms are catching you on your shins and your chin can fall into your chest. You can bring your head back up and release your shins. Come into a cross-legged seated position. As you cross your legs and sit, close your eyes, neutralize. So many forces pulling, so many forces pushing. Close your eyes and neutralize. And feel the fullness of the breath, honor the relationship and that you're building with your breath, with your body, and with your mind. Neutralize. Bring your hands to your heart. Bow your chin into your chest, please. Take this moment to seal your practice. When you are ready, you're welcome to go ahead and have a sip of water and then turn around to lie down, making your way into your final resting pose, Shavasana today. Once you lie down, soften the ankles, the knees, the hips. Feel how good it is to relax your bum and take some weight out of your chest at the same time. So the bum releases, the chest melts, the shoulders and all the muscles around your neck. And the grand question is always, where is everybody going? Like, what is everybody doing? Where are we going? And just perpetuating the endless cycle of I've got to be somewhere, when really all we have to do is be. And please take your time here in your Shavasana, and sending you all so much love. Looking forward to continuing and to practice in all ways, virtually, in person, maybe soon one day at a park. So and keep your eyes out on our Instagram. I think I'm probably just going to pop up post on the stories here and there and be like, hey, I'm going to do the live from Pan Pacific or something. If you want to come, come. So keep your eyes out for that. You never know. And we'll continue to be here at 10 in the morning, 7:30 in the and so we can practice. It's very important. Have a beautiful Sunday, everybody, and I'll see you tonight for detox. Namaste. If anybody wants to say hi on the Google Meets, I'll be here for a few minutes. The link is in the top part of the live chat on the YouTube video. Or if you have any questions about your practice.